Hi, my name is Ashley and I'm a mom of 2 little girls. I have a 3.5-year-old named Kylie and I also have a 19-month-old named Mia. Now, I cannot even believe that it is already that time of year and the holidays are just around the corner and I'm receiving requests left and right from you guys already to do a Montessori friendly holiday gift guide. Now, if you are new to my channel, you might not be aware of this, but I already published a couple of gift guide videos in the past that are all Montessori friendly that you may want to check out. So I will put links to those in the description box down below. One of them is a gift guide specifically for toddlers. Another is an ultimate gift guide for babies and toddlers. And then last year, I think I just did a what I got my kids for Christmas family vlog. So again, I'll put links to all 3 of those down below. They are all Montessori friendly. So if you're needing some extra ideas beyond what you see in today's video, then you may want to go check some of those out. And as always, I do have an Amazon storefront that is organized into a bunch of different categories, and a couple of those categories are broken down by age groups. So there's actually a gift guide for young infants, 0 to 6 months, another one for 6 to 12 months, and for 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds and preschoolers. So again, even more ideas in those sections of my Amazon storefront if you're looking to just kind of browse and shop that way. So links to everything in the description box down below. But for today's video, I did want to share with you what my husband and I purchased for our girls for Christmas this year. So from one busy parent to another, today I would like to share with you some Montessori gift ideas for toddlers and preschoolers. Okay, so I'm actually sitting on the floor where I'm normally filming. So you're seeing the bottom half of my bookcase and my desk today in the background. But the reason for that is because I have everything kind of on the floor around me. And I'm hoping to make some sense of this as I show you what the different gifts are. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the couple of joint gifts that we purchased for the girls to play with together. Now, that's not to say that they don't play with all of their toys together anyway, and they're always sharing everything that they own. It's not really one child's or another's, at least not at this age, but these are activities that we intended for them to play together or to play with us as a family. So the first one is this really cute Melissa and Doug fishing game that I have been meaning to get for them since Kylie was a baby, if we're being honest, and I never did, and I was like, now it's perfect because they can play together. And all it is a bunch of little wooden fish. That's these guys right here. And then it comes in a bag with a little spinner and then 2 little wooden fishing poles. And the fish are actually magnetic. So you can see on the fishing pole, there's like a little magnet bar thing, and then they can pick up the fish with the tip of the magnet on their fishing poles. So there's 2 fishing poles, a bunch of little wooden fish, a little spinner, and I've seen this game many, many times before in the past, and I know that they're going to have a blast with it. The fish are colored and numbered, but honestly, it doesn't really matter if they're playing it by the rules. I think they're just gonna have fun picking up the fish anyway and like actually doing the fishing part of it. The next item is this game, Polina. I hope I'm saying that right. It might not be pronounced that way, but Polina, and you can see it's like this little wooden bamboo cage that comes with a bunch of sticks that they stick in at various angles, and then a bunch of little wooden balls. And the idea is to pull the sticks out one at a time and like taking turns without the balls all falling down to the bottom of the cage. And from what I understand, there's actually a couple of different ways to play the game based on the child's age and skill level. So I'm really interested to get this one out and actually see how it works, but I've read good things about it and I'm excited to try it with them. And then the last joint gift is this pack of Global Kids cards, and it says right on the box, it's 50 different games, crafts, recipes, and more from around the world. I know I'm really excited about these because I really want the girls to have a cultured experience. Even though they're not like in school right now, especially because of the pandemic, they're not really interfacing with a lot of other people. We're kind of like in this bubble because of COVID, and I'm just excited to kind of go beyond that and have a chance to let them experience what other people's cultures are like around the world, even if it is kind of our own little DIY version of it, just so that they're aware that other cultures and other practices and holidays and things like that exist. So those were the 3 joint gifts that we got for the girls, and now I'm going to move on to showing you what we purchased for Mia specifically. And just so that you know, come Christmas time, she will be 21 months old. So not quite 2, almost there. So if you're looking for like a general idea of what age these gifts would be appropriate for, that's how old she'll be. So the first one is a geometric shape sorter. She has gotten very good at putting the pegs on the other types of like sorting board activities that we own, but we do not have one that has like the different shapes with different numbers of holes that have to be in just the right way to fit. So I really feel like this is going to add another level of challenge to that activity for her, and it is something that she enjoys doing. So I'm curious to see how she does with this one. Next up is a classic tin kaleidoscope. This one is made of metal. It's tin, so it's really sturdy, and it's got just a couple of beads right here in the front and then the little hole on the other side so they can twist it and look through. And we don't have anything like this, and it's such a classic toy to have for kids, and I know that Mia is going to be fascinated by this, so I'm really, really excited for her to try it. Next up is this really cute set of rainforest instruments. So one is a wooden croaking frog, and the other one is a wooden hooting owl. And if you've never seen these before, this one is supposed to sound like a croaking frog. It comes with a little stick, and you just rub the little ridges along his back like this. And the owl is just like a little wooden whistle. It's supposed to sound like a hooting owl. Let's try it. Pretty close. So I know that Mia is really going to love both of these because she's been obsessed with Kylie's wooden recorder, and she's interested by anything that makes noise, really. So this is going to be a hit with her for sure. Now, the sticker obsession in our house is real, let me tell you. And I may regret this next gift, but I know that the girls are going to get a lot of use out of it. So I actually got one for each of them. It is a reusable sticker pad. So Mia is she's very into the fine motor work and peeling the stickers off and trying to stick them to other things. And I'm hoping that having the stickers and a pad to put them on will keep the stickers on the pad as opposed to all over my house, which is typically where I find them right now. We also got 2 books for Mia. The first one is this animal magnets book, which actually comes with a couple of different little animal magnets that go inside the book. So the pages themselves are magnetic, and there are things to read as well, and she's very into animals. So I figured that this was right up her alley, and also something really good to take in the car as like something to do while she's in her car seat, or if we do happen to go anywhere at all on vacation in the next year, we can take this along with us, and that could be something that she could use. So a travel-friendly item, I guess. And then I also picked this book called All by Myself by Aliki, which is just this illustrated story of a young boy, presumably like a toddler or an early preschooler, going about his day from the moment that he wakes up until the moment that he goes to bed again, all of the little tasks that he has to do that he is able to accomplish by himself. And that is literally like Mia's theme song right now, is she wants to do everything by herself and doesn't want any help at all, ever. And I think that's awesome. So I feel like this is something that she'll really identify with. Now, Mia's next gift, I don't actually have here in person yet to show you. It is still en route to our home, but I will put a picture up of it on the screen so that you can see what it looks like. And I chose this gift because I have noticed lately that Mia has a budding interest in role playing with baby dolls. This is something that is entirely new for her. I've seen her pushing the babies around in strollers and trying to feed them and diaper them and put them down for naps and all kinds of things. It's really adorable. And I was excited to expand her baby doll collection. So the only dolls that we have in our house currently that Mia plays with are the Waldorf style dolls that the girls each got for their birthdays this past year, which are like the soft bodied fabric ragdoll style dolls. And then Kylie has, I think, 3 dolls that she doesn't play with too often. 2 of them were gifts from her grandmother, and one was one that I purchased for her when she was a baby. And I purposefully chose that doll to have like Asian looking facial features because I wanted something that would represent her, and so that she could see herself and her own features in the doll that she was playing with. So the doll that we purchased for Mia for Christmas this year is a realistic looking African American doll, because we don't have one in our home yet, and it's very important to both my husband and I that the girls see skin color and racial differences and cultural differences, and that they embrace them, and that it is completely normal in our home and something that we talk about and something that we recognize and that we appreciate and that we celebrate. Okay, sorry if the camera angle changed, my battery died, I had to swap it out. But the last item that I want to share with you for Mia is a baby balance bike. Now I don't have it up here to show you. I will pop a picture up right here. It is currently in my garage because I'm trying to keep it hidden from the girls and I don't have any space up here in my room to put it where they won't see it. Now I'm particularly excited for this one because I've been watching Mia over the last couple of weeks try to get onto Kylie's tricycle, and she can actually get on it, but she doesn't understand the pedaling yet. I feel like that's probably still a couple of months out before she understands how to do that. And then Kylie's balance bike is still a little bit too tall for her, so she can't actually sit on it yet by herself. So this is going to be perfect, and I cannot wait to see her reaction. And then to go along with the baby balance bike, because safety first, I got her this adorable little toddler-sized helmet for her little noggin, just in case she has any falls while she's first learning. Okay, so moving on to gifts that we purchased for Kylie, who again for reference is 3.5 years old. The first one is a pair of these kid-sized headphones for her to wear. Now she will be able to use these when she has a little bit of screen time each day, just to make sure that nobody else is being disturbed by whatever she's watching, because she tends to like turn it up full volume sometimes. But I primarily got these for use with her Yado player, which is this little smart speaker that she recently got that plays audiobooks and music and podcasts. I find that because it's up in the loft playroom area right on top of our bookshelf, oftentimes she will want to listen to audiobooks, but then Mia will pull actual books off of the shelf for me to read to her. And so it becomes this like battle between me making sure that I'm not being too loud so as not to disturb Kylie listening to the audiobook, and then Kylie's audiobook not being so loud that Mia can't even hear the story I'm reading to her. So I thought it would be really cool for her to be able to have a pair of headphones to use during those times, so that she can plug in and she can listen to her audiobook and I can read with Mia and everybody's happy. Next up is the reusable sticker pad that we got for Kylie, which is the adventure theme, which has stuff for like space and scuba diving and pirates and the desert and knights and princesses and stuff. It's totally up her alley because she like lives in imagination land now as a preschooler. She is so creative, and I'm actually really excited for her to be able to use this because I saw her the other day using our Halloween window clings that I had purchased for the girls to just decorate the windows with. She was creating very specific little scenes with some of the characters and the candy and the pumpkins and stuff that resembled like an actual like little story. So I figured this is going to be a hit with her, and I'm really excited to see what she comes up with. Kylie's next gift was inspired by her recent obsession with space, and it is a space exploration memory and matching game. So it's actually 24 different pairs of cards that have like realistic illustrations and a little fact about each of the illustrations on the cards. And so you can play it as a matching game or you can play it as a memory game, but I'm really excited to see what information she picks up from the different facts that are on the cards, because her memory is incredible. Like, it blows me away every single day, the things that she picks up and then can later tell me and tell my husband as if it's something that like, duh, everybody should know this. I'm actually kind of excited to play it with her, if we're being honest, because I'm a bit of a science nerd myself. Kylie's next gift is called a Magnetti book, and it's actually not a book. It's actually a box with a flip top lid, and it's got 50 different little magnets in the bottom, and then there's like a little scene board up here so that she can create different types of vehicles, and they can be ones that are real life vehicles, and they can be ones that she's created from her own imagination. But if you guys have been following along on our channel for any length of time, you know that Kylie is obsessed with vehicles, and she has been since she was a baby. So I think she's gonna have a lot of fun with this. Next up is this game called Shopping List, and I'm excited to play this with Kylie, and then as Mia gets older, Mia can learn how to play it with her. But the idea is that each of the kids gets either like a shopping cart or a shopping basket, and then they have a shopping list. And then there are the little pieces of food items that match the shopping list that they have to shop for and put into their cart. I'm so sad because we haven't gone shopping in forever as a family because of the pandemic, but Kylie normally loves helping me shop, and she has been into this idea of having lists for things, especially shopping lists lately. So when I saw this game, I was like, this is perfect. The next gift we got Kylie is a jumbo spinning top. Kylie has had the strangest obsession with getting a top for the longest time. I don't know why it's taken me this long to actually get her one. I guess it's because I always envisioned like the little cheap plastic ones that like if you step on them, it would hurt really badly. But I went online this year and I was like, okay, we're gonna find her a top and we're gonna find a good one. And I came across this one and I'm so excited. It is wooden. It's designed for little kids because at her age, she doesn't quite have this like motion down yet to effectively spin a top and keep it going. And this one is cool because it has this handle and then this little string that wraps around the top part of the top. And so all she has to do is pull the cord and it goes flying off. And from what I've read on the reviews, it spins, like this one spins forever. It goes for so long. And as far as the actual mechanism for how the string is like wound around this part of it, it's like a shoelace. So there's a little hole in there and they just stick the plastic part of the shoelace in there and then just twist it and it basically winds itself up. So it's really easy for a young child to be able to do completely independently. Kylie's next gift I don't have in person to show you yet, so I will pop a picture up of it on the screen. It is a play set that is made by the brand Schleich, which is the same brand as a lot of the little animal figurines that we own. And it's a play set called the Veterinarian Practice with Pets set. And I'm really excited about this one because this is the perfect intersection of two of Kylie's greatest pretend play interests right now. The first being all of the animal figurines that we own. She's constantly toting them around and using them in her pretend play. And then she's also doctoring all of her animal figurines and her stuffed animals and her cars and her babies. Basically anything these days turns into a patient of hers. I just really appreciate from a Montessori perspective how realistic and detailed these play sets and these figurines are that Schleich makes. Like right down to the technology, the little laptop that the veterinarian is using in this play set and the scale for the animals and the light that's over the operating table. As a Montessori parent, that's important to me to ground her in reality even while she's pretend playing as much as possible. Kylie's next gift is a subscription service. You guys know that for the last year, Kylie has been subscribed to KiwiCo, which sends a monthly STEAM project for you to work on with your child. And it's been wonderful. She has loved every single project that has come. She looks forward to the boxes every single month. And so I wanted to continue that with her this year. But I started looking at other subscription services just to get an idea if there was something out there that was perhaps a little more Montessori aligned for her age group. And I came across Little Passports, and their tagline is a global adventure. So for her age group, which they call the Early Explorers subscription, that's 3 to 5 years old, she gets to explore like a new little worldly theme each month. The first box comes with their signature orange suitcase, her own luggage tag, and a wall-sized world map, trading cards, stickers, activity booklets, and all kinds of stuff. And then from there, each of the boxes that comes thereafter has a theme to it. So it basically takes her on like a little trip around the world. And then once she graduates, there are more like specific cultural activities and learning about different countries and things like that in some of the later subscriptions if we end up sticking with it. So I'm really, really excited. I've heard nothing but good things about Little Passports and I can't wait to share them with you guys in our weekly family vlogs. And Kylie's last gift, which is not up here either because it is down in the garage with Mia's baby balance bike hiding, is a scooter. She has completely outgrown her tricycle at this point. Like she still fits on it, but it's like clearly very awkward for her to try to pedal it because she's getting too big for it. And then the balance bike that she has that she got last Christmas, she is great on that thing. Like she is really, really good. But I don't think she's quite ready for an actual pedal bike yet. I think she needs a little bit more practice with the balance bike. So I figured in the interim, we would get her a scooter. And she actually asked me for a scooter a couple of weeks ago, like completely independently of me thinking about getting her one, which was convenient. So we decided to go ahead and get her a scooter, and I asked her which color she wanted. She said purple, so we got her a purple scooter, and I'm really excited to see her and Mia having races on Christmas morning around the house on their new little vehicles. Okay, so all that's left to show you are the stocking stuffers that we got for the girls. It's nothing super crazy. I don't really usually tend to go all all out on stockings, but I did pick up a couple of random little things that I knew would fit inside. And so here they are. New dot marker books for both of the girls because they have used up the one that they have. Kylie's getting cute dinosaurs and Mia is getting cute animals. Astronaut ice cream to go along with the space obsession, and I figured if Kylie had one, Mia was gonna want one, so they're each getting one. 2 new bath toys for the girls. Mia is getting this adorable little monkey in a submarine. And Kylie is getting this little penguin with wind-up arms that swims along the surface. For Mia specifically, a set of these Stabilo Woody 3-in-1 chunky colored pencils that I have had my eye on for so long. According to the back of the box, they are 3-in-1 because not only are they a colored pencil, they are also a wax crayon and a watercolor all in one, which is kind of cool. You can use them on glass, they're water soluble, and because they are so incredibly chunky, they are touted to be unbreakable. And also for Mia, 2 Schleich animal figurines because she's been showing a greater interest in playing with them now. So I found a mama deer and a baby deer because we have lots of deer in our backyard and she's familiar with them. So I thought that would be a fun one for her. And then specifically for Kylie's stocking, a set of rainbow wiki sticks and an African-American Chelsea doll for her dollhouse collection that she has up in her room, as well as this set of magnetic wooden blocks. I just got the little small set just to kind of gauge her interest in them before I got anything larger because they are a little bit pricey. And I also thought that these ones would be good for taking on the go because it comes in this little felt travel pouch, and so you can just flip it open and there are 8 different blocks on the inside. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So there's 4 of these like little flat ones like this, and then there are 4 little cubes, and they're actually quite strong magnets. Like I'm kind of impressed with how well they stick together. So I think she'll be really intrigued by these. Okay, so those are all of the Montessori friendly gift ideas that I had to share with you, things that we purchased for our own girls for Christmas this year. And I hope that you found some inspiration and some ideas as you are doing your own holiday shopping. And again, if there is anything that you saw in this video that you want to check out for yourself, I tried to put a link to everything that I could find in the description box down below. If you are interested in learning more about how to implement Montessori practices at home with your children, I also offer a comprehensive e-course that walks you through it step by step. So I will be sure to put a link in the description box down below to that as well, just in case you're interested in learning more about it. And just in case you are new to my channel, I also wanted to let you know that this video is part of a much larger series on this YouTube channel called Montessori at Home, which is aimed at providing practical tips and advice for busy parents like you and I for implementing Montessori at home with your children. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in watching more of, then you might consider subscribing to my channel. This way you don't miss a new video, because I do upload a new one just like this one every single week. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye.